in a camera keeps recording events 5 minutes before they happen until it shows the owner already dead. Everything begins with a security camera showing something impossible. The first mistake was thinking it was a glitch. A coffee cup spills before a hand even touches it. A door slams before the wind picks up. The owner, a man obsessed with security, realized his cameras weren't just recording, they were predicting. Every frame was a window into 5 minutes from now. The door opens, the light flickers, and the reflection appears before the person does. Nobody speaks, nobody moves. But the horror was only beginning. Then, the elevator in his building started rising by itself. On the background screen, the numbers change backwards, as if the building is breathing. Neighbors said the elevator had been malfunctioning for years, but always in the same way. It went down when someone wanted to go up, and rose when they wanted to leave. The narration moves closer to the most disturbing detail. The reflection smiles while the real person is still serious. Subscribe if you want to hear the next case. That night, the cabin stopped on a floor that does not exist. The door opened to a dark hallway full of fogged mirrors, a place where time and space had no meaning. In the final mirror, the reflection was already outside the glass. And when the camera returned to the elevator, the real person no longer had a shadow. The thing in the glass had taken it. That night, the recording showed a clear sequence. First, a shadow behind the glass. Then, a hand that belonged to nobody. Then, breathing too close to the microphone. The worst part was not the apparition. It was realizing the reflection did not copy the movements. It predicted them. Every gesture happened 2 seconds early. It was as if someone on the other side was controlling the real body. A 5-minute delay between the soul and the skin. He was already a puppet in his own life. Then he saw the final tape. The camera was recording the living room. It showed him sitting in his favorite chair, but in the recording, he was already dead. The countdown had begun. He had 5 minutes to change his fate. He locked the doors. He grabbed a knife. He prayed. But on the screen, he saw himself dropping the knife and opening the door for the visitor. 5 minutes. That's all he had. But how do you fight a shadow that knows your next move before you do? How do you run from a death that has already been recorded? In the final seconds, the camera showed the truth. The man wasn't being killed. He was being replaced. The reflection was coming home, and the real man was going into the glass. When the police arrived, they found the house empty. The camera was still recording. But when they played it back, they didn't see a murder. They saw the owner smiling at them from inside the monitor. Next time you pass a security camera, remember, what you see isn't always what's happening now. Sometimes it's already over. Subscribe to Midnight Horror Files. Sleep well.